On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Cheat.
To act dishonestly or unfairly to gain an advantage or to deceive someone, to break the rules or laws.
Examples:
Cheat on my taxes. Cheat in a game. Even though he knew it was wrong, he cheated on the exam.
Infidelity.
The quality or state of being unfaithful, especially having sex with someone who is not your partner.
Examples:
Alleged infidelity. Act of infidelity. She forgave him for his infidelity.
Hookup.
A device providing a connection between a power source and a user, a sexual encounter, usually between two people who are not in a committed relationship or do not know each other well.
Examples:
Electric hookup. Casual hookup. We must buy cables for the audio hookup between the TV and the soundbar.
Mass.
A large amount of a substance with no definite shape or form, a large number of people or things grouped or crowded together.
Examples:
A mass of molten rock. Critical mass. The mass of people who do not own property is politically impotent.
Boredom.
A state of weariness, restlessness, or impatience that arises from not being interested or engaged in an activity, task, or situation.
Examples:
Boredom relief. Chronic boredom. The long lecture on a topic I already knew left me struggling to fight off boredom.
Intimacy.
Close familiarity or friendship, a close, familiar, and usually affectionate or loving personal relationship with another person.
Examples:
On terms of intimacy. Build intimacy. They were looking for intimacy in their relationship and wanted to be close to each other.
Loneliness.
A state or feeling of being unhappy because you have no connection with other people.
Examples:
A strong sense of loneliness. Remedy loneliness. I realize the loneliness of a single life.
Hunger.
A strong desire or craving for something, a feeling of discomfort or weakness caused by lack of food, a chronic condition of insufficient food intake and malnutrition.
Examples:
Hunger pangs. Chronic hunger. Many people in the world suffer from hunger and malnourishment every day.
Affair.
Event, situation, or subject that is significant from a political or public perspective, a secretive or illicit sexual relationship.
Examples:
Current affairs. Domestic affairs. Some critics say this exhibition will be a big affair.
Relation.
The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another.
Examples:
Relation between cause and effect. Relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration.
Globe.
The earth or world, mainly used to emphasize its vastness.
Examples:
Terrestrial globe. Around the globe. His final goal is to sail around the globe.
Extensive.
Covering a large area, having a wide range.
Examples:
Extensive experience. Have extensive vocabulary. The incident attracted extensive media coverage throughout the world.
Shatter.
To break suddenly into many pieces.
Examples:
Shatter the plate. Shatter a world record. Her husband's death shattered her life entirely.
Transgression.
The violation of a law, duty, or moral principle.
Examples:
Inexcusable transgression. Commit a transgression. Reporters questioned the politician about his past transgression.
Identity.
The fact of being who or what somebody or something is, the features, emotions, or ideas that distinguish persons from one another.
Examples:
Mistaken identity. Identity as an individual. The terrorist's identity remains unknown.
Extreme.
Very great in amount or degree.
Examples:
Extreme sports. Extreme weather events. Solar gravity creates extreme pressures and temperatures.
Adultery.
Voluntary sexual intercourse between a married person and someone who is not their spouse.
Examples:
Commit adultery. Adultery scandal. She knew that having an affair with her neighbor would be considered adultery and could end her marriage.
Invention.
The creation of a new device or process resulting from study and experimentation, the act of inventing.
Examples:
The invention of new techniques. Common invention. Necessity is the mother of invention.
Taboo.
Prohibited or restricted by social custom.
Examples:
A taboo word. Academic taboo. In this society, discussing politics in public is a taboo subject.
Tenacity.
The quality or state of being persistent and determined in the face of difficulties. The quality or property of holding together firmly, tending to adhere or cling.
Examples:
Tenacity of purpose. Show tenacity. Her tenacity in pursuing her dreams has inspired many people.
Envy.
To experience a feeling of jealousy or resentment towards someone because of their possessions, qualities, or achievements. To desire to have something that someone else has. Noun, a feeling of resentment or jealousy towards someone else's perceived advantage or success.
Examples:
Envy his success. Feeling envy toward him. I can't help but envy my friend's ability to stay calm in stressful situations.
Commandment.
A divine rule, especially one of the 10 Commandments, an order or law given by authority.
Examples:
Violate a commandment. A religious commandment. He was punished because he contravened a commandment of God.
Bible.
The sacred writings of the Christian religions, consisting of the Old and New Testaments, a book regarded as authoritative in its field.
Examples:
A passage from the Bible. Believe Bible prophecy. Students have loved this textbook for many years as a biology Bible.
Reconcile.
To find a way of dealing with two or more ideas, needs, etc. that are opposed to each other to agree and coexist.
Examples:
Reconcile these differences. Reconcile a dispute. Sometimes it is challenging to reconcile science and religion.
Universal.
Existing or affecting everywhere or everyone.
Examples:
Universal life. Principles of universal design. The picture earned near universal acclaim from critics.
Forbidden.
Not permitted or allowed by rules or laws.
Examples:
Forbidden words. Forbidden love. Taking photographs inside the museum is forbidden.
Practically.
Almost or nearly.
Examples:
Practically constant. Practically impossible to find a parking spot. The store is practically empty.
License.
An official permission or authorization to do, use, or own something. A legal document that grants the holder the right to perform certain activities, such as driving a car, practicing a profession, or using a particular product or service.
Examples:
License renewal. Software license. Before driving, ensure you have a valid driver's license.
Consequence.
The outcome of a particular action or event, especially relative to an individual.
Examples:
Unintended consequences. The consequence of an argument. These economic activities had disastrous environmental consequences. The scientific study of life and the natural processes of living things.
Examples:
Evolutionary biology, cell and molecular biology. In junior high school, we had to dissect a frog in biology class.
Evolutionary.
Relating to or denoting how living things develop or change from earlier forms.
Examples:
Ecology and evolutionary biology. The evolutionary process. Evolutionary algorithms can find ways to optimize that humans do not anticipate.
Roam.
To move about or travel aimlessly or without a fixed destination, to wander.
Examples:
Roam freely. Roam the countryside. I love to roam around the city and discover new neighborhoods.
Boast.
To talk about someone's accomplishments, wealth, or abilities excessively with undue pride and self-satisfaction.
Examples:
Boast of his success. Boast a long history. This town boasts a national park.
Exaggerate.
To describe or represent something as better or worse than it is.
Examples:
Exaggerate in degree. Exaggerate story. She exaggerated the extent of her injuries to get more money from the settlement.
Minimize.
To make something, especially something bad, small or less serious.
Examples:
Minimize a loss. Way to minimize conflict. I bought a gadget before my trip to help minimize stress during the flight.
Deny.
To state that one refuses to admit the existence or truth of something.
Examples:
Adamantly deny killing. Deny the allegations. He is still denying stealing the money from the cash register.
Stray.
To move about aimlessly or without any destination, to move away from the right course or place where you should be.
Examples:
Stray beyond the confines. Stray from a rule. Tourists often get lost and stray into a restricted area.
Monogamy.
The practice of being married to only one person at a time, the state of having a mutually exclusive romantic or sexual relationship with one partner.
Examples:
Monogamy rules. Practice monogamy. Many religious institutions promote monogamy as the ideal form of marriage.
Probable.
Likely to happen or likely to be true.
Examples:
Probable outcome. Probable cause of a fire. It seems probable that he has forgotten our scheduled meeting.
Rely.
To require a certain thing or the assistance and support of someone or something in order to continue, run properly, or succeed.
Examples:
Rely on convenience stores. Rely entirely on him. Babies heavily rely on others for food.
Fidelity.
Faithfulness to a person, cause, or thing, loyalty or devotion to a duty or obligation, accuracy or exactness in reproducing or representing something.
Examples:
Fidelity guarantee deposit. High fidelity music. The couple promised each other fidelity in their marriage vows.
Cow.
A domesticated mammal with characteristic features such as a hump, large udders, and curved horns that is raised for its milk or meat.
Examples:
Cowherd. Dairy cow. The farmer milked the cows every morning before breakfast.
Percentage.
The number, amount, or rate of something, which is usually the amount per hundred.
Examples:
The percentage of the gold content. A high percentage. What is the percentage of the consumption tax in the United States?
Confer.
To have a meeting or discussion, to come to a decision or agreement or exchange ideas, to bestow something.
Examples:
Confer degree. Confer honor. The leaders of the two countries met to confer on the issue.
Definition.
A concise explanation of the meaning of a word, phrase, or symbol.
Examples:
A precise definition. The definition of a word. Parallel lines are, by definition, lines on the same plane that never cross.
Expand.
To increase or to make something greater in size, number, or importance.
Examples:
Expand a lineup. Expand agricultural output. They hope to expand their business worldwide.
Pornography.
Materials such as films, photographs, or written descriptions that depict or describe sexual activity graphically or explicitly, often intended to be sexually arousing.
Examples:
Pornography addiction. Violent pornography. The rise of digital technology has made the sharing of pornography easier than ever before.
App.
Abbreviation for application, software designed to run on smartphones and other mobile devices or inside a web browser on a PC.
Examples:
Killer app. Cannot log into the app. The discovery of a critical bug caused the company to delay the app's release.
Constitute.
To be the essential or fundamental elements or parts of something. To establish, appoint, or assign someone to a particular office or position. To make up or compose something.
Examples:
Constitute a threat. Constitute a majority. The new regulations constitute a significant change in the industry standards.
Estimate.
To guess or calculate the cost, the size, value, etc. of something.
Examples.
Estimate of fair value. Estimate this chicken to weigh 3 pounds. We estimated the season's total trade deficit at $50 billion.
Vary.
To become different in terms of size, shape, etc.
Examples.
Vary according to the age. Vary directly with the price. Maximum heart rates vary a lot for each individual.
Contradiction.
The assertion of the opposite of what has been said, opposition, denial.
Examples.
Contradiction of capitalism. Apparent contradiction. His statement was filled with contradictions that made it difficult to take seriously.
Terribly.
Very badly, to a great extent or very much.
Examples.
Suffer terribly. I am terribly sorry. His arm was swollen and terribly red.
Element.
A fundamental or essential part of something.
Examples.
New design elements. Non-metallic elements. Natural selection is an essential element in Darwin's theory of evolution.
Secretive.
Characterized by a tendency to keep secrets or withhold information, inclined to conceal one's thoughts, actions, or intentions.
Examples.
Secretive nature. Secretive behavior. The secretive group held their meetings in a hidden underground location.
Core.
The most essential or fundamental part of something.
Examples.
The core of an apple. Core business activity. These gas nebulas are merely newborn galactic cores.
Structure.
The way of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts, or a complex thing constructed of many parts.
Examples.
The structure of a machine. Structure and function of the brain. The organizational structure of startups is often flat and straightforward.
Emotional.
Relating to people's feelings.
Examples.
Emotional health. Emotional distress. Human emotional responses vary widely depending on the society to which they belong.
Degree.
A unit of measurement for angles, temperature, or level of proficiency or achievement, a rank or level of academic or professional attainment.
Examples.
Bachelor's degree. Degree centigrade. She received her degree in psychology from the university.
Alchemy.
A medieval chemical philosophy and speculative theory that aimed to transform base metals into gold or produce a universal elixir that could cure all diseases and grant immortality, a process of transformation or creation that appears magical or mysterious.
Examples:
Alchemy experiment. Alchemy of emotions. Today, the study of alchemy remains an important part of the history of science and philosophy.
Erotic.
Relating to or arousing sexual desire or excitement, considered taboo or provocative.
Examples:
Erotic novel. Erotic dance. The painting contained subtle erotic undertones.
Frisson.
A sudden intense feeling or thrill, often accompanied by shivers or goosebumps, typically brought on by excitement, anticipation, or a strong emotional response.
Examples:
Sense of frisson. Spine-tingling frisson. The scary movie gave me a frisson of fear, sending shivers down my spine.
Enchant.
To cast a spell or charm over someone or something, to captivate or fascinate.
Examples:
Enchant audience. Enchant him with a charm. The storybook prince enchanted the young girl.
Imaginary.
Existing only in someone's mind.
Examples:
Imaginary number. Imaginary pregnancy. Little children tend to have imaginary friends.
Responsible.
Answerable or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management.
Examples:
Responsible action. Responsible for customer service. She's a responsible pet owner who ensures her dog gets enough exercise and a healthy diet.
Psychology.
The scientific study of mind and behavior.
Examples:
Psychology experiment. Psychology of crowd. She had a master's degree in psychology.
Toll.
Money that you have to pay to use a particular road, bridge, etc. Verb, to ring slowly.
Examples:
A toll road. Toll a bell at his death. There is no toll car park nearby.
Economy.
The system by which a country or region produces, manages, and distributes goods and services, including the money and finances involved in these activities, of an airline, the lowest priced, most basic option for seating in commercial travel.
Examples:
Economy of scale. Economy class. The economy of the country is struggling due to the recent political instability.
Enterprise.
A business or company, a purposeful or industrious undertaking, especially one that requires effort.
Examples:
Undertake an enterprise. His business enterprise. A growing enterprise requires a bold leader.
Threaten.
To utter intentions of injury or punishment against someone.
Examples:
Threaten a healthy relationship. Threaten national security. Various artificially induced causes are threatening our ecosystem.
Security.
The state of being free from danger, risk, or harm, measures taken to protect against threats or attacks, a financial asset, such as a stock or bond that derives value exclusively from the ownership interest or claim to a particular underlying asset or obligation.
Examples:
National security. Security analyst. The building's security system includes cameras, alarms, and security guards.
Romantic.
Of or relating to love or a sexual relationship.
Examples:
Romantic movies. Romantic breakup. It was his first romantic love.
Arrangement.
A plan or preparation for the future event, the action or process of placing things in a particular order.
Examples:
Arrangement of the furniture. Arrangement committee. As a first arrangement, we agreed to meet the following Friday.
Purity.
The state of being undiluted or unmixed with anything else, the state of being free from immorality, especially of a sexual nature.
Examples:
The degree of purity. High purity. Higher purity requires additional equipment and energy.
Destroy.
To ruin or damage severely or completely, to eradicate or eliminate completely.
Examples:
Destroy the ecosystem. Destroyed evidence. The building was destroyed in the fire and had to be rebuilt.
Fulfill.
To meet the requirements or expectations, to achieve or realize.
Examples:
Fulfill a contract. Fulfill a lifetime dream. It was the first time for her, but she fulfilled the role of priest.
Endless.
Having no end or conclusion, infinitely very large in size or amount.
Examples:
Endless possibilities. Endless hours. He looked out the window at the endless stream of people.
Confidant.
A person with whom one shares a secret or private matter, often in a trusting and intimate manner, a close friend or trusted advisor.
Examples:
Confidant's advice. Trusted confidant. She chose her mother as her confidant to share her personal issue.
Companion.
A person or an animal with whom you spend a lot of time or you travel.
Examples:
A working companion. Drinking companions. Her dog is her excellent companion.
Intellect.
The ability to think logically and comprehend information, especially at an advanced level.
Examples:
Enrich my intellect. Human intellect. Your intellect is capable of distinguishing among similar objects.
Unique.
Being the only one of its kind, unlike anything else.
Examples:
A unique teacher. Unique design. The painting is unique, and there is no other like it.
Indispensable.
So good or important that you could not be omitted or remitted, absolutely necessary.
Examples:
An indispensable duty. Food's indispensable to good nutrition. She is indispensable to our team.
Replace.
To take the place of something.
Examples:
Replace one word with another. Replace a phone. Eventually, the new design will replace all older models.
Ultimate.
Furthest or highest in degree or order.
Examples:
The ultimate goal in life. The ultimate luxury. Management must take ultimate responsibility for the accident.
Betray.
To reveal or deliver to an enemy by treachery or disloyalty. To reveal something unintentionally.
Examples:
Betray a friend. Betray confidence. He felt betrayed when his best friend revealed their secret to the enemy.
Grand.
Important and large in size, scope, or extent.
Examples:
A grand meal. Grand this year.
Ambition.
A strong wish to do or achieve something.
Examples:
An ambition for political power. Boundless ambition. Greed and ambition composed his personality.
Traumatic.
Relating to or caused by injury, especially emotional injury.
Examples:
Traumatic event. Traumatic brain injury. The experience was so traumatic that it left a lasting impact on the survivor's mental health.
Patient.
A person who is receiving medical treatment, care, or attention from a healthcare professional, such as a doctor, nurse, or therapist, a personal quality or characteristic.
Examples:
Patient in the hospital. Patient with weight loss. The doctor carefully examined the patient's medical history.
Plague.
Any epidemic disease with a high death rate, also called pest, a serious, sometimes fatal, infection spread by rats that causes fever and swellings on the body.
Examples:
Catch the plague. Deadly plague. Our farm experienced a plague of locusts this year.
Violation.
An action that breaches a law, rule, or agreement, an infringement of rights or duties.
Examples:
Violation law. Commit a traffic violation. The international community has widely condemned the violation of human rights.
Crisis.
A time of great disagreement, confusion, or danger when problems must be resolved or critical decisions must be taken.
Examples:
Financial crisis. Crisis management. The Chinese word for crisis comprises two characters, one for danger and the other for opportunity.
Nick.
A small cut, notch, or indentation in a surface or an edge.
Examples:
A nick on the fender of a car. Nick on my hand. The interviewer arrived in a nick of time.
Receipt.
A written or printed statement acknowledging that something has been paid for or received, the act of receiving something.
Examples:
A receipt slip. Receipt date. Please make sure to keep your receipt as proof of purchase.
Collar.
A band of material worn around the neck, typically forming part of a shirt or jacket. Verb, to grab or catch hold of someone or something.
Examples:
Collar of a shirt. Collar of a dog. He put on his collar and tie before leaving for work.
Mess.
A state of confusion, dirtiness, or untidiness. Verb, to fail to do something or to make something dirty or untidy.
Examples:
Have a whole mess. Get into a mess. He made a frightful mess in his room.
Exchange.
To give something and receive something else in return, often with the implication that the items being traded are of equal or comparable value. Noun, the act of giving or taking something in return for something else, a place or system where goods or services can be bought, sold, or traded.
Examples:
Exchange rate. Exchange a few friendly words. My sister and I frequently exchange books as we love reading.
Desire.
A strong feeling of wanting to have or do something.
Examples:
Unsatisfied desire. Fleshly desire. Low sexual desire typically correlates with low testosterone levels.
Vivid.
Producing very clear, powerful, and detailed images in the mind.
Examples:
Vivid colors. Still vivid in my memory. She made a vivid impression.
Unfold.
To open up or spread out something that is folded or rolled up, to reveal or disclose something that was previously hidden or unknown.
Examples:
Unfold the story. Unfold the stroller. The mystery unfolded as the detectives gathered more clues.
Digital.
Processing or storing information as a succession of 1 and 0 to show that a signal is present or missing, relating to the use of computer technology, especially the Internet.
Examples:
A digital watch. Digital electronic signature. Sensors convert physical phenomena into digital signals.
Paradox.
A statement, situation, or person that has two opposite facts or features and therefore seems impossible, is difficult to understand, or is strange.
Examples:
French paradox. The paradox of the heap. There are many theories to explain this paradox.
Fervor.
Intense and passionate feeling or enthusiasm for something.
Examples:
The fervor for a cause. Religious fervor. The protesters marched with fervor, demanding change from their government.
Inclined.
Having a tendency or preference for something, likely or disposed to think, feel, or behave in a certain way.
Examples:
Inclined to think. Inclined angle. I am inclined to believe that she is telling the truth.
Era.
A period that is distinct from others, typically in history.
Examples:
Dawn of a new era. The era of the Renaissance. Political corruption was common throughout the post-war era.
Entitle.
To give someone the right to have or do something, to give a title to someone or something.
Examples:
Entitle him to a pension. Entitle the company to use the logo. The employee was entitled to a week of vacation time.
Pursue.
To do something or attempt to attain something over time, to follow or seek someone or something, especially in trying to catch them.
Examples:
Pursue a goal. Pursue freedoms. She intends to pursue a political career.
Deserve.
To be worthy of or entitled to something, especially something good or valuable.
Examples:
Deserve respect. Deserve this prize. The employee deserved the promotion for their hard work and dedication.
Divorce.
The legal dissolution of a marriage.
Examples:
Divorce settlement. A consensual divorce. The couple decided to get a divorce after many years of marriage.
Sham.
Something that is not as good or true as it seems to be and is intended to deceive people. A person who pretends to be something they are not.
Examples:
A sham battle. Turn out to be all sham. The data he prepared was completely sham.
Judge.
A person who makes decisions in a court of law. Verb, to determine the result of or form a critical opinion of something.
Examples:
Judge a competition. An associate judge. The strict judge ruled in favor of the plaintiff in the case.
Curb.
To restrain, limit, or control something. To reduce or put a stop to something undesirable. Noun, the raised edge or barrier along the edge of a street, road, or sidewalk.
Examples:
Curb appetite. Curb anxiety. He tried to curb his anger during the argument with his friend.
Reverse.
To change something's direction, order, position, decision, etc., to the opposite one. Adjective, directed or moving toward the rear.
Examples:
Reverse the trend. Reverse the order. The restaurant reversed a ban on smoking.
Typical.
Having the usual characteristics or traits of a specific group of things.
Examples:
Typical leader. Fairly typical symptoms. This artwork is typical of her work.
Assume.
To think or accept something to be true without having proof of it, to take or begin to have power, to begin to exhibit a specific quality or appearance.
Examples:
Assume a lousy attitude to his boss. Assume an important role. The following example assumes that the capacity of each battery is the same.
Pathological.
Relating to or caused by a physical or mental disease or disorder, extreme or abnormal in a way that is harmful or unhealthy.
Examples:
Pathological liar. Pathological condition. The doctor was concerned that the patient's pathological fear of germs impacted their daily life.
Logic.
A way of thinking or reasoning conducted or evaluated by strict validity principles, the study of correct reasoning or good arguments.
Examples:
An indisputable logic. A demonstration in logic. There's no logic in his description.
Inoculate.
To introduce a vaccine into the body to produce immunity to a specific disease.
Examples:
Inoculate against disease. Inoculate with a virus. The doctor inoculated the child with a vaccine.
Lust.
A strong desire or craving, usually of a sexual nature.
Examples:
feel a pang of lust, give in to lust. His lust for money and power drove him to make unethical decisions.
Passion.
Intense, driving, or overpowering feeling or conviction.
Examples:
passion hobby, passion drive. Her passion for cooking is evident in every dish she prepares.
Finite.
Having no limit or restriction of size, time, etc.
Examples:
finite resources, finite decimal. Human beings have a finite lifespan, so we yearned for the idea of immortality.
Vast.
Enormous in size, number, amount, or quantity.
Examples:
vast majority, vast desert. A vast audience viewed the broadcast.
Chronic.
Being long-lasting and recurrent or characterized by long suffering, habitual.
Examples:
risk of chronic disease, chronic alcohol consumption. Chronic hyperglycemia is a trigger for a variety of serious diseases.
Philanderer.
A person, usually a man, who engages in casual or illicit romantic or sexual relationships with multiple partners, often without serious commitment.
Examples:
serial philanderer, notorious philanderer. She had no interest in dating a philanderer who couldn't commit to a relationship.
Conflict.
A strong disagreement, argument, or a violent clash between two opposing groups or individuals.
Examples:
the conflict between good and evil. The long-standing conflict. He and I often had conflicts, not only in personality, but also in ideology.
Faithful.
Loyal, constant, and steadfast in affection or allegiance.
Examples:
faithful friend, totally faithful. He remained faithful to his wife throughout their marriage.
Glimmer.
A flash of light, especially unsteady or reflected light, a slight sign of something.
Examples:
without a glimmer of truth. Give a glimmer of light. There is, however, a glimmer of hope.
Expression.
The act of conveying thoughts, feelings, or ideas using words, facial expressions, body language, or art, a look or gesture that conveys a particular emotion or mood.
Examples:
artistic expression, expression of interest. His facial expression showed a mix of surprise and confusion.
Yearn.
To strongly desire or long for something.
Examples:
yearn after my old days. Yearn for love. She yearned for the days when things were simpler.
Novelty.
The quality of being new, attractive, and unusual.
Examples.
Bit of a novelty. The novelty of an invention. In Europe, this tropical fruit is still a novelty.
Autonomy.
The right of an organization, country, or region to govern itself independently.
Examples.
Regional autonomy. Establish autonomy. Demonstrators strongly demanded immediate autonomy for their country.
Intense.
Especially of a feeling, very strong, extremely sharp or severe.
Examples.
Intense heat. Develop intense itching. That statement by the Prime Minister drew intense international criticism.
Recapture.
To take back control or possession of something.
Examples.
Recapture prisoner. Recapture territory. The company launched a campaign to recapture lost market share.
Attempt.
An act or effort of trying to do something, especially something difficult.
Examples.
The attempt to rescue the hostages. A reckless attempt. The third attempt was far more successful.
Vitality.
The state of being strong and active, energy.
Examples.
Vitality of youth. The vitality of the company. The new gym membership has improved his vitality and overall health.
Tragedy.
An event or situation causing great loss, misfortune, or destruction. A play or literature that deals with a severe and sad event and often ends with the death of the main character.
Examples.
A tragedy during work. The aftermath of this tragedy. Macbeth is a famous tragedy by Shakespeare.
Bliss.
Extreme happiness or joy.
Examples.
Ignorance is bliss. Ultimate bliss. The first 2 years of her marriage were sheer bliss.
Immigrant.
A person who has come to a country where they were not born to live there permanently.
Examples.
Immigrant communities. An immigrant from the country. Police received a report of illegal immigrants in the area.
Par.
A state of being equal to someone or something.
Examples.
Above par performance. Not up to par. Shares in the company finally fell below their par value.
Arbor.
A shady place or a shelter formed by trees, vines, or climbing plants, A lattice framework or trellis that supports climbing plants, a seating area or shelter made of woven branches or vines. Of medicine, also arbor vitae, the white matter of the cerebellum in the brain.
Examples:
Grape arbor, arbor vitae. The wooden bench beneath the arbor was a peaceful place to read a book.
Hurricane.
A violent, tropical, cyclonic storm of the western North Atlantic, having wind speeds of or over 64 knots, 74 miles per hour.
Examples:
A hurricane of applause. The ravages of a hurricane. The devastating hurricane caused widespread damage and left many people homeless.
Sandy.
Covered with or containing sand, especially of hair color, pale yellowish to yellowish brown.
Examples:
Miles of sandy beaches. Sandy hair. The rain rapidly soaked into the sandy soil.
Tattoo.
A form of body modification made by inserting ink, dyes, or pigments, either permanent or temporary, into the skin to form a design.
Examples:
A tattoo artist. A person who has a tattoo. Any activity on the internet will be stored as a digital tattoo for life.
Opposition.
The act of disagreeing or resisting, the state of strong disagreement.
Examples:
Opposition campaign. Meet with opposition. The opposition party strongly disagreed with the government's proposed legislation.
Adolescent.
A young person who is in the process of developing from a child into an adult.
Examples:
Adolescent girl. Pre-adolescent children. Timely education about birth control might help reduce adolescent pregnancies.
Highlight.
To make something prominent, mainly so that people give it more attention.
Examples:
Highlight a string in red. Highlight an important difference. The introduction highlighted the speaker's distinguished career as a consultant.
Gaze.
To stare at something or someone for an extended period of time, usually out of surprise or adoration, or because you are thinking about something else.
Examples:
Gaze steadily at his face. Gaze absently out a window. The youngster was gazed by the beast.
Mortality.
The quality or state of being subject to death.
Examples:
Mortality due to cancer. Lower infant mortality. This disease has a high mortality.
Shadow.
A dark area or shape cast by an object blocking the passage of light, an area in darkness or shade, a reflected image or copy of something, a person, activity, or influence that follows or accompanies someone or something closely and persistently, often in a secretive or ominous manner.
Examples:
shadow cast, shadow puppetry. The tree cast a shadow over the picnic area, providing relief from the sun.
Quest:
a long or challenging search for something.
Examples:
the quest for truth, on a quest for happiness. That adventurer traveled in quest of buried treasure.
Propel:
to move, drive, or push something forward or in a particular direction, often with a lot of force.
Examples:
propel growth, propel the ship. An increase in employment helps propel economic growth.
Antidote:
a chemical substance or remedy that stops or controls the effects of a poison or disease.
Examples:
the antidote to the poison, the antidote for aging. Knowledge is the antidote to fear.
Contrary:
acting in opposition to what is expected or desired.
Examples:
the clear contrary, contrary evidence. The two sides argued their points, but the judge ultimately sided with the contrary viewpoint.
Incompleteness:
the state of being lacking or not finished, the condition of being partial or unfinished.
Examples:
incompleteness theory, feeling of incompleteness. The incompleteness of the instructions made it difficult to assemble the furniture correctly.
Ambiguity:
the quality of being open to more than one interpretation, the uncertainty of meaning.
Examples:
free from ambiguity, avoid ambiguity in writing. The ambiguity in the instructions made it difficult for her to complete the task.
Conversation:
an informal talk between two or more people to exchange their views, ideas, information, etc.
Examples:
conversation in English, a friendly conversation. Your conversation reflects your thoughts.
Lure:
to tempt or persuade someone to do something.
Examples:
lure prey, lure foreign investment. The salesperson used a special offer to lure customers into buying the product.
Suppose:
to think that something is likely to be actual or possible.
Examples:
suppose you're right. Suppose beforehand. What do you suppose the culprit's motive was?
Bold:
brave, daring, and confident, not frightened of danger or afraid to say what you feel or to take risks.
Examples:
a bold design, big, bold piano sounds. The effort to alleviate climate change needs bold action.
Verve.
Energy, enthusiasm, or vitality, especially when expressed in a lively or spirited way, vigor or zeal.
Examples:
Journalistic verve. Perform with verve. The artist's work is known for its vibrant colors and energetic verve.
Heal.
To make a wound or injury to become well again.
Examples:
Heal a broken bone. Heal the hurt mind. It will take time for her mental scars to heal.
Knell.
The sound of a bell, especially when rung solemnly for a funeral or to mark a death, a harbinger of a disastrous or tragic event.
Examples:
Knell tolling. Funeral knell. The knell of the church bell signaled the end of the funeral ceremony.
Vine.
A climbing plant that produces grapes, any plant with a growth habit of trailing or climbing stems.
Examples:
A green vine. Vine of war. A vine remains productive throughout the year.
Jolt.
To move or cause to move with a sudden jerky motion, to disturb someone's composure. Noun, a sudden, sharp movement or shock.
Examples:
Jolt entire social systems. Jolt of excitement. The news of the unexpected announcement jolted the stock market.
Possibility.
A chance that something may happen or be true.
Examples:
Possibility for growth. Possibility of a major earthquake. The possibility of getting the disease will drastically increase.
Mere.
Used to emphasize how insignificant or minor someone or something is.
Examples:
Mere acquaintance. Mere incident. He lost the election by mere votes.
Survive.
To live or exist despite a dangerous event or period.
Examples:
Survive a blizzard. Survive a plane crash. These birds can only survive in temperate climates.
Opportune.
Suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Opportune occasion. An opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Generate.
To produce or create something, to make offspring by reproduction.
Examples:
Generate more electricity. Generate $100 a month. The economic stimulation program would generate a lot of new jobs.
Deceive.
To cause someone to believe something that is not true, often by telling a lie or creating a false impression.
Examples:
Deceive to lie. Deceive skillfully. The magician's illusions were designed to deceive the audience into believing they saw something impossible.
Exposed.
Having no protection or shield from something, such as bad weather, attack, or criticism.
Examples:
Exposed to radiation. An exposed rock. Tech companies often employ exposed ducts and other materials in their office interiors.
Claim.
To assert that something is true, to demand or request something as one's own, to lay legal or moral right to something. Noun, a demand or assertion of a right or something that one believes to be true.
Examples:
Claim responsibility. False claim. He wants to claim ownership of the abandoned property.
Uphold.
To support or defend something, such as a law, idea, decision, etc.
Examples:
Uphold the law. Uphold tradition. The judge may uphold the decision of the lower court.
Quo.
The existing state or condition of something, especially in relation to a particular situation or issue.
Examples:
Status quo politician. Quo warranto. The company has been successful in maintaining the status quo.
Immediate.
Happening or done without delay or occurring shortly after something else.
Examples:
Take immediate effect. The immediate past. Both forts were subject to immediate attacks.
Aftermath.
The consequences or results of a significant event, particularly a disaster or conflict, a period of time following a significant event.
Examples:
Financial aftermath. The aftermath of a crisis. The aftermath of the hurricane left the city in shambles.
Disorder.
An untidy state or a lack of organization, a physical condition or illness that causes problems with how a section of the body or brain functions.
Examples:
The files are in complete disorder. People with bipolar disorder. The doctor prescribed some medicine for the mental disorder.
Depth.
The distance between the top and bottom of something, between the top surface and a distance below it.
Examples:
Depth camera. The depth of the water. The pond's depth was around 5 feet.
Honesty.
The quality of being truthful, sincere, and morally upright, adherence to moral and ethical principles.
Examples:
Honesty policy. Honesty box. A culture of honesty in the workplace leads to better communication and productivity.
Indifferent.
Having no strong feeling or preference, neutral.
Examples:
indifferent attitude, an indifferent glance. The doctor remained indifferent to the patient's pleas for a second opinion.
Suddenly.
Quickly and unexpectedly.
Examples:
suddenly attacked by an enemy. Die suddenly. Who answers suddenly knows little.
Voracious.
Having a very strong appetite or desire for something, especially for food or activity, extremely eager or enthusiastic for something.
Examples:
voracious thirst, voracious reader. The voracious appetite of the teenager was legendary.
Rekindle.
To revive or renew something that was previously lost or forgotten, often a relationship or feeling.
Examples:
rekindle love, rekindle hope. The couple tried to rekindle their relationship by spending more time together.
Entirely.
Completely.
Examples:
entirely satisfied with the meal. He was entirely to blame. Later, his claim was found to be entirely false.
Specific.
Clearly defined or particular to a certain thing or situation, distinct, explicit, and precise.
Examples:
specific instructions, industry-specific regulations. The scientist conducted a study that provided specific details about the species' behavior.
Trauma.
An emotional wound or shock often has long-lasting effects caused by a highly upsetting or shocking experience.
Examples:
psychic trauma, trauma care. Many civilians have suffered trauma as a result of the war.
Healing.
The process of becoming or making somebody or something well again.
Examples:
natural healing ability, part of the healing process. Each ancient tribe has its healing traditions.
Perpetrator.
A person who carries out a harmful or illegal act, particularly one that involves violence or deception.
Examples:
perpetrator identity, culprit perpetrator. The police have not yet caught the perpetrator of the crime.
Acknowledge.
To accept or admit the existence, reality, or truth of something. To accept that someone or something has a particular authority or quality. To express obligation, thanks, or gratitude for someone's help, commitment, etc.
Examples:
acknowledge the deed, acknowledge his help. He never acknowledged his fault.
Wrongdoing.
An improper or illegal behavior or action. An accusation of wrongdoing. Willful wrongdoing. The CEO of the company denied any wrongdoing while admitting to mismanagement.
Essential.
Indispensable, fundamental.
Examples:
Essential amino acid. Essential commodities of life. Trial and error is an essential part of education.
Guilt.
The fact of having committed something illegal, the negative feelings caused by believing or knowing that you have done something wrong.
Examples:
Criminal guilt. Feeling of guilt. Shame and guilt have significant social influences.
Remorse.
A feeling of deep regret and sorry, usually for something you have done.
Examples:
Remorse of conscience. Sincere remorse. I always remember that event with bitter remorse.
Guilty.
Feeling responsible for or having done something wrong or criminal.
Examples:
Feel a bit guilty. Guilty verdict. After much contemplation, the suspect decided to plead guilty to the theft charge.
Distinction.
A difference or contrast between similar things or people.
Examples:
Important distinction. Draw a distinction. I can't see any distinction between these two concepts.
Vigil.
A period of wakefulness maintained for any reason, typically for prayer, meditation, or watch-keeping. A period of observation or surveillance, especially for security or safety reasons.
Examples:
Vigil for peace. Night vigil. The mother kept a vigil by her sick child's bedside all night.
Protector.
A person or thing that provides protection, support, or defense, a guardian or defender.
Examples:
Environmental protector. Wildlife protector. The bodyguard acted as a protector for the celebrity.
Boundary.
A real or imaginary line that marks the limit or extent of something and separates it from other things or places.
Examples:
Geographical boundary. The boundary between reality and fantasy. He wandered the boundary between life and death by gunfire.
Relieve.
To make something burdensome, unpleasant, or painful less severe.
Examples:
Relieve his thirst. Relieve stress. The medicine relieved his headache, and he felt much better.
Obsession.
The state in which a person's mind is filled with thoughts of one single object or particular person.
Examples:
Obsession with character. National obsession. Gambling became an obsession for him, and he eventually lost everything.
Restore.
To repair or return something or someone to a previous good state or position.
Examples:
Restore order. Restore the emperor to the throne. The military regime has promised to restore democracy as soon as possible.
Surround.
To be all around something or somebody.
Examples:
Surround a town. A stone wall surrounds the palace. On 3 sides, mountains surround the settlement.
Curiosity.
A strong desire to know or learn about something.
Examples:
Boundless curiosity. Satisfy my intellectual curiosity. We are motivated by curiosity rather than necessity.
Sordid.
Involving immoral or unethical actions, dirty or unpleasant, morally corrupt or depraved.
Examples:
Sordid business. Sordid past. The tabloid newspaper exposed the sordid details of the politician's scandalous affair.
Inflict.
To cause harm, injury, or suffering to someone or something.
Examples:
Inflict a heavier tax. Inflict a hard blow. The storm inflicted significant damage on the town.
Investigate.
To conduct a systematic or formal inquiry to identify and evaluate the facts of a crime, problem, statement, etc., to establish the truth.
Examples:
Investigate the matter. Investigate a data leak. The committee investigated several apparent inconsistencies.
Motif.
A recurring element in an artistic or literary work, typically a particular image or idea, a theme that is repeated or elaborated in a piece of music.
Examples:
Animal motif. The motif of a music piece. The repeating floral motif in the wallpaper added a touch of elegance to the room.
Redefine.
To change the meaning or interpretation of something, to make people think about something in a new or different way.
Examples:
Redefine customer experience. Redefine our role. The video telephony application has redefined the way we work.
Determinant.
A factor, circumstance, or condition that contributes to the shaping, influencing, or determining of a particular outcome or result.
Examples:
Environmental determinant. A determinant of crop yields. One determinant of success is having a positive attitude and a strong work ethic.
Legacy.
Something that is handed down from an earlier generation or time, often something that has had a significant impact on subsequent generations. A bequest made by a person in their will, often money or property.
Examples:
Financial legacy, cultural legacy. Her legacy as a philanthropist will live on for generations to come.
Dilemma.
A situation in which a difficult choice has to be made between two or more options, especially that are equally unfavorable ones.
Examples:
Chicken and egg dilemma. Be in a dilemma. The choice between bureaucracy and adhocracy represents a common dilemma.
Yield.
The total output of crops, profits, etc. that are produced. Verb, to produce or supply helpful something, such as a profit, an amount of food, or information.
Examples:
Corn yield. The yield on the bond. The company's stock gives a high yield.
Victim.
A person who has been harmed, injured, or otherwise negatively affected by a particular action, circumstance, or event.
Examples:
Victim support. Victim compensation. The victim of the crime deserves justice and support to recover from the trauma.
Contempt.
The feeling that a person or thing is beneath consideration, worthless, or deserving of scorn.
Examples:
Display contempt. Below contempt. The defendant's contempt for the court and its authority was evident in his behavior.
Neglect.
To not give enough care or attention to something, to leave something undone.
Examples:
Neglect to call. Neglect ethical issues. He neglected his health to make the project a success.
Indifference.
A lack of interest, enthusiasm, or sympathy towards someone or something.
Examples:
Indifference to pain. General indifference. I tried to assume an air of indifference.
Violent.
Involving or caused by physical force or aggression against someone or something.
Examples:
Victim of a violent crime. Violent incident. The protesters became violent when the police tried to disperse them.
Accent.
A distinctive way of pronouncing the words of a language that shows which area, country, or social group a person comes from, particular importance or significance.
Examples:
A foreign accent. Put the accent on comfort. She has a thick Southern accent.
Recommend.
To suggest that someone or something would be a suitable fit for a particular purpose or role.
Examples:
Recommend a hospitalization. Recommend reading. We recommend taking media training every 6 months.
Cancer.
Abnormal growth of cells that can invade and destroy surrounding tissues and organs. A disease characterized by the uncontrolled growth and spread of abnormal cells.
Examples:
Cancer diagnosis, cancer research. Breast cancer is the most common type of cancer in women.
Perspective:
A certain attitude towards something, a particular style of thinking about something.
Examples:
A perspective view, perspective of the battle. His father's death changed his whole perspective on life.
Dual:
Having two parts, aspects, or elements.
Examples:
Dual purpose, dual nationality. This laptop has a dual-core processor, making it fast and efficient.
Discovery:
The act or process of finding information, a place, or an object, or learning about something that was previously not known.
Examples:
A scientific discovery. The great discovery of the century. Her research team made an important discovery.
Reveal:
To make known or disclose something that was previously hidden, secret, or unknown, to unveil or show something that was concealed or not visible.
Examples:
Reveal secrets. Reveal a plan. The detective carefully revealed the true identity of the murderer.